Welcome to Art Talk Tuesday. I believe we are at episode 40 finally. Can you believe that? It's been 40 episodes, 40 weeks that we've been coming together to talk about some of my art. I'm so glad that you've been tuning in. So I just want to say all of you who comment and tune in and like and share, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you're finding these to be a benefit to you. Today we're jumping into the seventh piece in the uh, actually the eighth piece. I'm sorry, actually the eighth piece in the asana series. The asana means pose, or we could say basically pose. And so we're dealing with yoga. Obviously, asana means refers to a yoga pose or stance or whatever you want to say. And so we're here. This is the second image using the model Zen, the yogini Zen. I talked about last week how athletic she was, and you can see by this pose that obviously, yes, she's very athletic, very strong, supple. So this piece is in a horizontal format, vertical format, as you can see. It's 16 inches wide by 20 inches tall. It's mounted on a board. You can see here, ready to go. You see, you can hang it, take it right home, hang it. All the pieces in the series are running at $1,000, and I have prints available starting at $31, and you can go up from there depending on what kind of bells and whistles you want. This piece is, like I said, hung ready to go. Also, you can purchase it off the website along with the prints. You just have to click a different button for originals versus prints, and you can have this piece available to you. As you can see from last week's piece, we're using the same palette. I use the same palette for all three pieces for each yogi or yogini, depending on what the case may be. And so now we've got the same palette again, but we've got the colors in different amounts and different series. You see that the last piece, her outfit was green, and then we had some, I believe, blue in the background here, and more purple and gray on the floor. Now we've got outfit more in the purple, green in the background, blue and gray create the surface. So this piece is entitled Headstand in the Sanskrit. That is Salamba Sirasana. And so we've got here uh, Zen doing this headstand. You can see here I wanted to emphasize the length of the figure here, and also, once again, always grounding it down deep into the earth. You get that sense that there's the weight of gravity pushing down onto the body. Headstand is a good pose for bringing circulation to the brain. Actually, they say in yoga that you should do a headstand at least for about 10 to 15 seconds every day. It's really good for the body to get extra blood into the brain, for the brain with extra blood and oxygen, and also for your lymphatic system. You know, your lymph nodes and your lymphatic system run throughout the body. Sometimes from too much standing, a lot of your lymph tends to kind of stay down. So any type of activity gets your lymph system moving, makes your lymphs move, lymphatic system move, the fluid in there. And so when you do an inversion, it's supposed to be really good for your lymphatic system to kind of get that stuff moving, get it up out of the feet and some of these organs and get it moving to the other limbs of the body. So from that standpoint, headstands are very good. And also this is what we call an inversion. As you can see, she's inverted. What should be at the top is now at the bottom. So we've inverted the figure. So her head is down here towards the floor, feet up. And it's also a very good pose in terms of strengthening the core. Headstand is not so much relying on the shoulders anymore as you would with a handstand. So you kind of give your shoulders a bit of a break, although there is some stuff going on with the shoulders, strengthen the shoulders, but not like it would be in a handstand or a forearm stand. But here you see also the hands going back to support the back of the neck, okay, back there, and then lifting, shooting the body up. So you see you got a strong base here because you got a triangle, right? You see this triangle shape, you got a tripod. So you got a strong, solid three-pronged base from which to extend up and out. And so you want to extend the body up and out. So I kind of did a little bit with lifting the legs down here a little bit, not so much the torso, but the legs, lifting that to give that sense of length, sense of volume, that pushing straight up. And Zen is very strong, so it's not very hard for her to do that. She's got really good core strength. You can tell from a lot of poses that she holds. I've got a piece with her doing a forearm stand that I'm going to show you next week, and you'll be able to see that even more in more detail. We've got that straight long going up. So the piece is vertical, and then we've got a very vertical pose, so everything is giving us that upward kind of accent. even here as you enter into the piece, even though I've grounded the figure down in here with shadow, you can see that I've grounded with shadows here, and you get this sense of the plane receding back as I did the gradation in the color from the bluer greens back into the blues, to the added some of the gray to give us that sense of it going back, the plane going back. And I've grounded the figure down in here by making sure you feel the weight, the mass down here on the head, on the shoulders, the elbows. But then I've also dropped this nice shadow here kind of coming out. So we've got this triangular motion that's entering you into the plane from these three shadows coming up here. Then you get this other triangle here, right, bringing you up and out, or you can go straight up, but you're coming up. So everything is pushing upwards in this composition. So then you push up here, go up, 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 and then you come out. You notice also I've got the two unilomes here on each side of the figure. These are more traditional unilomes as I did in the last week's piece. You see, you've got one going here, straight down, okay? That's the traditional unilome. Then this one is almost opposite. It's almost coming up the opposite way. So we've got that once again. I'm playing with that idea of inversion. So we've got one going what we consider the regular way, and then we've got another one that seems to be inverted. So we're getting that push-pull of the energy, and that's kind of what we have here anyway, because the gravity wants to push the figure down. She's grounding down through the shoulders, down into the head, right? But at the same time, we've got that pushing up. So we got it going down here and then going up. So we keep that energy moving throughout the plane. Then just want to keep a very basic kind of green background. Didn't want to do too much to it. Controlling the focal point, because the focal point really is the pose. Once again, Salama Sirasana, headstand. So that we've got here. Hope you enjoyed talking about this piece. I will see you next week. Peace.